Hey guys, happy Wednesday. It snowed today, and I know that I'm the last one to get snow, so this is old news for you guys, but I was really excited because it was like legit snowing. Not like the few other times where it's kind of started to snow. No, it was snowing. Quinn and I were walking back from AVP, and it was like sticking on us. It was sticking all over my hair. It was kind of fun. But none of it stuck onto the ground because since it's been so hot lately, like it's been in the 50s and 60s all last week, the ground was like insanely hot. So hopefully, now that the temperatures are dropping, it will kind of cool down the ground. And on Saturday, when it's supposed to snow again, hopefully it will stick because I just want everything to be covered in snow. But I guess I might have to wait a little bit for that. My week was sort of eventful-ish, I guess. Some cool stuff happened. On Friday, I had a sort of extra busy day, but it was totally worth it because when I was in studio, I got a call from Moe's, and Moe's is this like burrito place. It's a great like you go in and you like order everything you want on your burrito, and it's really, really good. So I got a call from them. I had to contact them to help out with Really for Life, and she was like, "Hey, the VP is here today, so could you come before this time because he'd like to speak to you, and I think you're gonna like what he wants to say." So I was like, "I'm in class, but yes, I'll get there before he leaves." He was leaving at like 2 p.m. or something. And usually I start my math. I don't do any math until Fridays. And then exactly at noon, I go to the math info and I do, by 2:30, I have to have started my quiz. So I have a little bit of time there. But I was like, screw that. I'm just going to go to Moe's and, I'll worry about math later. So I went to Moe's and I talked to the VP, and holy crap, they want to have a whole day, like, from the moment the day starts until it closes, where everything goes to Relay for Life, and he thinks it's going to be like over $100,000. So that is super exciting. It was definitely worth it. I only had an hour to do my math stuff when I got to the MPO, but I got a 5 out of 6, only one question wrong, and those quizzes are with like 1.5% of my final grade for math, so whatever. And when I got back from the math info, I went to the wood shop because I was almost done with my desk hutch. So I finished it, and this would probably be easier. There we go. That is my desk hutch, which I built all by myself. So I'm pretty proud of it. I think it turned out really nicely. The quality's great. Actually, one of the wood shop guys, Noah, who kind of like walked me through some of the stuff that I didn't know, he was like, "Really good job on that." And I think it means a lot when, the person who's in charge of the wood shop says that because they're known to be sort of picky. But I got complimented on it, so I'm very happy about it. Then I had to carry that across the drill field, which I thought was going to be terrible, but was actually rather light, so that wasn't too bad. But I got a lot of funny looks. I was just like carrying this giant thing across the drill field. But then later that day, we hung out here just in my room, like Max, Adam, Delia, and Claire, a friend of Max's, came over and we played Sorry and stuff, and we stayed up until really late and hung out. On Saturday, I probably did nothing very productive all day, and then at night we started hanging out in the suite just to like get ready to go out. And then when we did go out, we went to a pretty good party. I mean, it wasn't like anything extraordinary, but it was a good party, and I danced a lot, and I had a lot of fun. I've heard from Chris, like today, apparently, you know how I told you how I went to that hipster party where I was really happy because I could just like spin around in circles and like dance however I wanted? Well, apparently when I decided to do that just at a regular party, because I was like, whatever, if I enjoy dancing like this, I'm just going to dance like this. But apparently when I decided to do that at that party, I didn't notice, but Chris says that like there were guys that were like trying to like stop me from spinning so that they could dance with me, and I was just like, la la la, I don't care, I like spinning. Fun party. And then we got back, and that was probably even more fun once we got back, because we just hung out for a long time here in my suite, and we were like in Delia's room talking for a while, and then Michaela, Adam, and I started to get into this like really intense architecture conversation, and Delia was like, "I don't even know what you guys are talking about. If you guys are going to talk about architecture, leave my room." So I'll just stand up and leave. And I felt like a terrible person for doing that. But apparently she actually did want us to leave. That was just an excuse. So that's good. But yeah, and then Adam, Michaela, and I just kept like listening to music and hanging out in the common room until we started hearing birds chirping. And then we were like, guys, the sun is coming out. It is 6 in the morning. that is crazy. And we were all just exhausted, so we ended up cramming Adam and Michaela and me into my like twin bed. It was surprisingly comfortable. And then on Sunday, we all went to brunch together, everyone that had hung out the night before. And it was funny because the night before, Adam had gone from the party that we were, he wanted to go visit another party that was close by, and so he went, but then he had to come back. It was raining, so it was muddy all over. The point is, he ended up slipping and like just covering his back in mud. And so in the morning, since he hadn't gone home, he was just like at D2 Sunday brunch, having breakfast with mud all over his jacket, and it looked kind of weird. But then after we all had brunch, Adam, Michaela, and I all headed to the wood shop to work on all of our projects. And yeah, that was just pretty much productiveness. And Sunday was Super Bowl Sunday, so after that, Michaela, Adam, and I went to get food on our way back, and then I came back to PY, and I went to like a little Super Bowl party with Joanne and Shira and some of Joanne's friends that I really liked. I think I told you I hung out with them like 2 or 3 weekends ago. They're just really nice people, so it was a lot of fun, even though we pretty much would talk during the game, then watch the commercials. Talk during the game, watch the commercials. Laugh a lot during Madonna's performance, then watch the commercials. And when we were done, we played signs. I don't know if you guys have ever played signs, but everybody sits in a circle except for one, and everybody has a sign, every single person. So like my sign will be like pulling my ear, and like Shay's sign will be touching her nose, and Tucker's sign will be going like this. And so Mackenzie's in the middle, and you need a lot more people. You wouldn't be able to play with that amount of people, but say we have a big group of people. And so Mackenzie's in the middle, and we determine while she has her eyes closed, everybody points to me. So Nancy's starting. So then I need to pass the sign on by doing somebody else's sign. So I'll do Shay's sign and go like this while Mackenzie's looking away, and then Shay has to receive it by doing her own sign, and then she has to pass it on by doing Tucker's sign, and Tucker has to receive it and then pass it on doing my sign, and so on. And the person in the middle has to be like trying to figure out who has the sign, and when they guess, the person that they caught goes into the middle. And it was really sad because Austin was in crutches, so we always felt bad whenever we like made him stand in the middle, because it's really hard. Like you have to be like spinning around and kind of keeping your eyes on everyone, and he was just like crutching all over the circle. It was sad. And then these people would walk by, and there's like this group of like 10 kids sitting in a circle with the guy in the crutches in the middle. I was like, they're gonna think we're jerks. Like they're not letting the guy in the crutches sit down. But that was not the case. We played that for like an hour, and it was surprisingly fun. At first I was like, I don't know about this game, but then I was like, this game is awesome. So that was my Sunday, and then Monday is just busy day as always. I've told you how crazy my Mondays were. So then at 7, when my day ends after my global architecture meetings, last thing of the day, Adam was like, hey, I'm going to Lowe's. Do you need to go to Christiansburg for anything? And remember how I got a printer and I was really excited about my printer? Well, I don't know. It might have... No, actually, you already know. Printer doesn't freaking work. I think I said that already last week. But I still haven't been able to go exchange it. So I was like, can we go to Best Buy? And he was like, yeah, sure. So we grabbed some dinner and then went over to Christiansburg. But by the time we went to Lowe's and got to Best Buy, it was closed. So I still have a crappy printer that doesn't work, which is a sad, sad thing to have. Yesterday I slept all day pretty much. That was my super eventfulness. I woke up, I was feeling like really tired, and I feel like I'm still a little bit sick, so probably like a little bit of the sickness. So I got up and I was like, I don't want to change. And I like slept in sweats and like a Virginia Tech wrestling team shirt that I got for free somewhere. And so I just was like, whatever, put boots on like over my sweats, put a few jackets on, walk to class like a zombie, try to stay awake during class, walk back, go straight back to bed. I was gonna like take an hour nap just to like recover and then shower and then go do productive stuff, but I ended up falling asleep for 3 hours. And then I opened my eyes, and the microwave is like where I would look when I like am on my side on my bed, and it has a time on it. So like I opened my eyes, just randomly wake up, and it's 3:25, and I'm like, I have class at 3:30. So luckily it was my leadership class, which is downstairs. So I just like ran out of bed, went down, still in my PJs. So I got out of my PJs around like 5:30 in the afternoon. But after that, I was a little more active, and Shira and I went to the gym, and then we had cheeseburgers, and then we went to our Bible study and had lots of cookies there, and canceled out our workout completely probably. But it it was just like a lazy day all the way until like 6:30. And then when I got back from like Bible study, once I was actually, you know, wearing clothes, Justine's like, so it's dark outside and you've been wearing clothes for like 2 hours. How's that feel? And I was like, pretty great. Not gonna complain. And then, you know, today it snowed. That was the most exciting thing of the day. Then I came home and I played some Ricardo Arjona because I really like his music and I needed some Mexico in my life. And so I listened to his music while I cleaned up the mess that was my room because I hadn't cleaned up since Saturday night, so it was terrible. I didn't mention it, but on Saturday night we were hanging out after we got back at in like the common room, and everyone, for some reason, Max and Adam decided to like wrestle. So then they were like talking about how like it was all about technique more than about the actual strength you have. And so I was like, does that mean like I could do it even though I like have no upper body strength? And they were like, yeah, definitely. Like if you learn the technique. And I was like, I want to know how to defend myself so like I don't get raped and stuff. And so they were like, yeah, we'll teach you like a little bit of technique. And so they did, and Michaela and I started practicing by like doing them with Michaela, and then it was a lot of fun. We ended up just like wrestling, and then I wrestled Max and Adam, and that resulted in some intense carpet burn. I can't like get this on the camera. Okay, there we go. Like they're starting to heal, so that's good. I've also got like a couple of bruises. I can't find my bruise. I don't think it's showing up on camera. And I also had like one on my side and stuff. And Adam was like, I think I might have fractured something in my foot. And we were all very sore from the great workout that was. But it was surprisingly fun. At first I was like, you guys are being stupid. And I was like, guys, this is fun. I enjoy this. I actually beat Michaela, so that was my prideful moment of the night. And yeah, that's about as eventful as it's gotten. One other exciting thing is that I guess Kelsey and I hadn't been having like big problems, but like it'd been kind of like a tense roommate situation ever since like the semester started. We haven't really like been the same as we were last semester. We've had like a couple of things I think that were bothering us from each other, and we kind of just like we didn't want to get into an argument, so we didn't mention it. But you know, like sometimes you could hear it in my tone, and I just kind of have that like undertone that's not very nice, and Kelsey would do the same thing. And so there was just this kind of tension, and on Friday night, we kind of had a little bit of that, like, talking to each other with some really strong tension that you could, like, feel. And so Kelsey was like, we should really talk tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And we did. And we actually, like, talked civilly, not, like, we weren't mean to each other. And she told me about some things that were just kind of bothering her quite a bit and making her not feel comfortable in the room. And we reached a couple of compromises and apologized for, like, the things that we've been doing and stuff. And it actually, like, it got so nice. It's just kind of, like, you get so used to the way that something can be, like if it's just this little tension underneath that's not really like super affecting you, you kind of forget that it's there, but it's always there. And so then once it's gone, you're like, wow, I forgot how nice this was. Like that day, Kelsey and I were just sitting in the common room and we had like our first like long just conversation, just talking, like it hadn't really gone past, how's your day? Good, yours? Okay. For like all the semester. And so it was really nice. We actually like had a good conversation, and then she was like, hey, are you doing anything tonight? And I was like, yeah, we're gonna do a party, you wanna come? She's like, yeah, sure. So we like were girls and we like helped each other pick outfits out. I don't know, it was nice like to be friends again, because I don't think we'd really been being friends. We'd been kind of being roommates who are tolerating each other more than like people who enjoy being with each other. And so it's nice to be back in that place where we are not just tolerating each other, we actually like each other again. So that's just kind of like something I want to share with you guys. It was really nice because now I'm really happy. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. I've been talking forever. I do this every time. I need to stop. Oh, as I say, I'm talking too much. I'm gonna keep going. Tonight, after a couple of meetings, I have like a Global Architecture Brigade small group meeting, and then I have a relay meeting. I am actually going to go to a rush event, and it's an open rush, so it's kind of no compromise. You just go, have free pizza, meet some of the people, and decide if you want to really like join this. It's a co-ed leadership fraternity, and I don't know, I'm excited because Maggie is in it, and I've told you guys how just funny and awesome Maggie is, and so I'm just really excited because if all the people in this frat are like that, then I feel like it's a group of people I'd really love to get to know. And so Erin and I are going together and just meeting the people and eating pizza. That will be at 7, so I'm excited for that. I hope your weeks have been wonderful, and I will hear about them because you will make videos about them. That is the point. Okay, bye. Love you.